3, 2, 1. Live. Hi, girls.
Hello.
You've been here for a while, so I won't pretend you're just getting here. So, folks, for those of you who don't know, we have Adrianna Thurber and Katie Dix, who are members of the Rod Stewart Band. And Katie's backup singer, and Adrianna is violinist, percussion, and I swore I saw a picture of you playing banjo.
Yes, there was banjo and also a little bit of backup vocals too.
Backup singer, backup dancer.
Oh, really?
She's doing it all.
Yeah, we joke around. I'm the backup singer and backup dancer to the backup singers and backup dancers for Sir Rod.
You know, I thought I saw something on YouTube when I was looking through a few things that you do like this. You do a tap dancing thing. Is that correct?
We do tap.
Katie does the tap dancing. All the backup girls do
When
the
did you
tap
learn
dancing.
how to do that?
Oh, like 2 months before. So it just kind of, in February, like 3 months before we went on tour, the other two girls, Amanda and Becca, were starting to tap. And then I just remember Rod kind of looks over at me and I do a terrible Rod impression, but he was like, "KT, why don't you tap?" And I was like horrified because like I just met the man and I didn't really know.
God.
And I looked at him and I was like, "What? No, what? I tap."
Sure, yeah, of course. I've got this.
But I totally tap. I just need to dust off my shoes. I just know practice. So like after that rehearsal,
You went home and tapped for like 12 hours.
I went home and I got private lessons like twice a week, and I like took a video of it and I was like, "Teach me this."
Right.
And I went and I learned it because I didn't want to be the only one standing there.
Oh, yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
want to feel silly. So yeah, I learned like 2 months before we went on tour.
And what now? I thought it was like during Forever Young or something. Is that what it is?
It's during Forever Young.
And you do like a whole fiddle thing with
yes.
the other.
Yes, Jana.
Yeah.
Jana Jacoby. She's been with Rod for 20 years. She's
Wow.
actually the first female member of his band, and she and I do a whole fiddle section where we do like 5 different fiddle songs that we morph into, and we hop around stage, and
I love it.
It's a lot of fun. Do our spins and everything like that.
Of course you do. I've seen the spins.
Yes.
I know about the spins.
I developed my spinning method when I was with Bella, you know.
Yeah. Oh my God. So you guys are at the Coliseum right now?
Yes.
Oh, cool. At Caesar's Palace.
Mm-hmm.
So what are the dates so everyone knows?
You will have to go online because I don't have them memorized.
No, but I mean roughly.
Friday, Saturday.
Fridays, Saturdays, and usually one day during the week. Although next week we are doing the Hollywood Bowl.
Oh, really?
That's really
Yes.
exciting. Yeah.
Oh
Doing
my
that,
God,
is that
that's
Friday
so amazing.
night, and then Saturday night we're doing the Santa Barbara Bowl, which is also very beautiful. and
Oh,
awesome.
you guys are so lucky.
It's my first time there. It's my first time actually performing there, so I'm super stoked.
It's pretty cool.
It's like
we
the
performed there last
dream of
year.
every musician to play the Hollywood
Right?
Bowl, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my
Definitely.
God, that's so cool.
So you'll get to check that one off
Oh,
your
I'm so
bucket
excited.
list.
Last time I was there, I saw Peter Frampton. That's the last concert I saw there. So I'm
I never saw a concert there.
I've seen a
Played
concert
a
there.
concert.
Yeah, so I'm really, really looking forward to that
that's
one.
so awesome. So you started out, now you guys got to tell me the story about how this all happened for both of you, but Adrianna, you were in his band when he was doing the shows at the Coliseum, 3 years ago? Or
7. I think we started. It was about 7 years ago. Yes, it's been a while, 7 or 8 years, and
when did you become full-time?
3 years ago. It'll be 3 years in October, actually. So we're right up on the anniversary. And it was. He used to call it the Magnificent Seven. It was a 7-piece string section that would come out for his acoustic set in the middle of his show. And in Vegas, he had so many shows that we just started getting to know all of the band members and him. And he started inviting some of the girls out to, the big band dinners and stuff. And so that's how I kind of got in with the group.
Yeah, and you've been with him now for 3 years and going strong, huh?
Yep.
Is he going to keep touring?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
He's in great shape, isn't he?
Oh, my
Yeah,
gosh.
I couldn't imagine him not touring.
Like, he can't sit
Really?
still for a minute. No, he's got more energy than we do for sure.
He's very involved, and that's what I've learned because I'm the newest member of the band. I was just really impressed to see how involved Rod actually is in the wardrobe, and in songs and during sound check.
Songs, the arrangements. He's constantly changing the arrangements and how the show goes. What you see on the screens. It's always evolving.
The order of the shows. It's really fun to see him because you can actually watch him create. Like you see his mind going.
Yeah.
That's really fun for me to watch.
Yeah. And he actually wrote Maggie May. I mean, the lyrics to that song are like the best lyrics ever.
Oh yeah.
And I guess the story is that he wrote that about like the first girl he ever had sex with. That's the story. And that she was an older than him, a lot older than him.
Oh, get it, Rod.
And
Okay.
her name probably wasn't even Maggie May. But no, I saw an interview about that. But yeah, and he's written some other incredible songs. So.
Oh my
yeah.
goodness,
Awesome.
some of the best songs in the world, which
Love
I
it.
didn't realize they were his songs until I started actually performing with him. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, this is your song too. Okay, yeah,
So many.
that's really good.
So Katie, tell me how it happened for you with Rod. I mean, what was the deal with all that?
Adrianna.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Adrianna.
Adrianna got you in?
Well, I got a text, and Adrianna texted me, and she said, "Hey, we're kind of looking. We're gonna go on this new tour, and they were changing in the middle of changing some members. A girl had announced that she was pregnant, so they were looking to change up some members, and then they said, would you be interested in coming in?"
You're like, yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, let me think about it."
And it was pretty crazy because for her to come in, it was pretty much, hey, what are you doing like in 2 days? Would you be willing to fly out and just show up and meet people and do a little something with it? And she was like, yes, yep.
Wow.
And she got to fly in Rod's private jet from
Oh my
LA
God.
to
Yes, I
Las
did.
Vegas and then back.
Wow.
That
Yeah.
is, and I think to this day that has been the most terrifying.
Flying
I
private.
hadn't even met
Well,
Katie yet.
Yeah, we hadn't even met, but
You
it was
guys
just,
didn't know each other?
We have a mutual friend. You
Well,
know,
Carissa, yeah.
yes, exactly. So I had seen videos of Katie doing her thing and knew about her, and Carissa absolutely adores her. So I was like, well, at that point, we were like, well, I haven't met you, but you sound awesome, so let's see if it's a right fit.
So yeah, like 2 days later, and then Amanda Miller, which is another one of the backup singers, she had sent me the music the day before because I think they got my email wrong or something had happened. So I was up till about 5 a.m, like making sure I had this like nailed,
Right.
Because I didn't want to mess it up.
Yeah.
And so and then she texted me back and she said, "Hey, do you mind flying privately with Rod?" And I was like, "Okay."
So he was on the plane?
He was on the plane.
Well, it was the private jet.
It was
so,
the private jet. So I'm like, so I'm in LA.
You weren't nervous or anything, were you?
Oh my gosh. Well, that's the thing. I was like,
You
I don't
didn't
know.
seem nervous at all when I saw you.
Well, I was like, what do I ask the man? Like, I don't want to be a nerd, and
Yeah,
I'm
of
just like
course.
trying to play it cool and stuff. So and there was I flew with one of his sons and a couple other people on the plane. But yeah, I was like, be cool, like play it cool, like don't say anything nerdy. So
the nerdy parts are the best parts.
So I just when we touched down, and I was like, okay, Rod, what do we do? Like, what's the sound check? How do you get ready for his shows? And he like goes through the process of sound check, and he looks at me and he goes, okay, well, what do you do? And I said, Jack Daniels. And he's like, you're going to fit in great. So I went and I met with the musical director, Kevin Savagar, and Amanda, and Adrianna came in, and we went over the songs. We went over some choreography, and that was kind of it.
Wow. And he put you right into the show, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That had to be like so high pressure the first few shows, huh?
Well, even like during rehearsals, because you're playing amongst people that are amazing.
Yeah,
You're playing with really the best top-notch musicians there is like that can be offered. So it was pretty intimidating walking into that kind of situation.
Oh yeah.
Because everybody is great. So
Wow.
so it was
thank you.
because it really is like that great. So yeah, it was like super intimidating, of course.
Yeah.
But then you get into the swing of things, and then we went on tour.
Yeah. And you guys went all through, was it Europe?
Europe
That
and
was
the UK.
Europe
all
and the UK.
over the
Oh my
place.
God, seeing things that you've never seen that are probably
Oh,
just
yes.
amazing.
We went to Paris, Amsterdam, Spain,
Ireland,
Scotland, all over
yeah, Germany,
England,
yeah, it was great.
Poland.
Okay.
Poland.
So for people who have no idea what it's like to be on tour, kind of go through like a week. What would a week be like for you guys? Like, what time do you get up? What's your sound check time? How many shows a week? All of that kind of stuff. Like what?
It was usually about 3 or 4 shows a week. 3, I would say, averaging.
And travel was by plane? Or?
Travel, well, it was by bus, a lot of it.
Oh, okay.
And the
Which I like.
yeah,
I
Yeah,
like
you
the
get to
bus.
see
it's
everything.
a double-decker bus. In the UK,
We were
it's
all
a-
together.
Yeah,
Oh
and
my God, that's fun.
Usually
That's
the
fun.
guys have their own bus and the girls have their own bus, but for the double-decker UK, like European buses, we were all in the same bus. So it was always a party, and we would always travel after the show that night. We would travel to the next location,
Yeah.
and there's bunks on the bus, so you know you get to pull
Did you
your
get a
curtains close.
hotel the next day, or
Yes.
you
Yeah.
did? Okay, wow.
Yes.
So we
So
drive
it's
in.
not like you have to like shower at the YMCA or anything.
No. Although we usually did shower after the shows because we'd all sweat so much, and we wouldn't
Yeah.
want to get on the
Putting in-
bus.
Yeah, smelly and
You know,
Yeah,
covered
yeah.
in body glitter. And
just all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, we normally shower after the show and then get on the bus and everybody kind of have
Yeah.
have fun for several hours and
Yeah, we'll get into our PJs, and our glasses, and our retainers, and have our
Yeah.
hair up, and we're just all
full
like,
thing.
yeah, no shame. We're all just one huge family, and then there's
Oh, that's great.
And
There's,
we listen to music and
yeah.
then we watch what's the movie we watched?
we watched Pulp Fiction
Pulp
because
Fiction.
Amanda Miller
One of my
had
favorite
never
movies
She'd never
ever.
seen it.
She had never seen it before. So
Oh my God, who's
so
never seen Pulp Fiction?
I know.
All right,
exactly.
We gave her a
need
terrible time
We need
about
a
it.
comment from the peanut gallery over here. Ladies and gentlemen, CB. Have you seen Pulp Fiction, CB?
It's one of my favorite films.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
I can quote a lot of it.
Oh yeah. I mean, it must be one of everybody's favorite films. It's definitely in my top 10.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
so
for
great.
sure.
So we all piled up to the front lounge and there was 10 of us in the lounge.
Oh yeah, with
Just
popcorn and chips
Popcorn
and
and our blankets, just all watching Pulp Fiction. It
On
was
the
so-
bus.
on
On
the
the
bus.
bu-
It
on
was
the
a
tour
good
bus, yeah.
time. And we'd
That's
park
great.
and then get the hotel the next day. And normally that next day we'd have to go and explore and
Yeah.
visit, kind of see.
get our sleep because it's hard to sleep on a bus for me.
Yeah,
for
it
me
is.
anyway.
I was thinking about that. I bet it is hard to.
It's bumpy and
Yeah.
you're at the top of the pendulum, so when the bus is going around, you're just like flying all over the place.
But then there's the oh my God, I'm in Amsterdam for one day.
And you gotta take advantage.
Gotta,
And you do.
Yeah, you do.
You do, or you know,
do.
you're just like, well,
Amsterdam.
maybe next time I'll see this beautiful place. Yeah, sometimes you're just so exhausted though that you have to.
Yeah, you have to go
It's
to sleep.
Take a
very
breather.
important to keep a routine. Well, not a routine, but just to stay balanced.
And now you've been on tour for 3 years,
Mm-hmm.
so do you get? Because I've actually gotten to the point where I've almost started getting this syndrome a little bit, where you have traveled so much and seen so many different places that you get to a new place and you're just like, I don't care, I just want to sleep.
It does get like that, and
Yeah,
that's when
'cause
you
you
when
get
you
to-
start going when you go to boring places, you're like, oh, that place is I'm totally sleeping. That I don't need
You
to see
look up
this
what
one.
to do and you're like,
You're like, this doesn't
Yeah.
seem that interesting, you know?
Wow.
I'll go to the spa.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Massages.
sound checks usually.
What are this? Was like around 4 or
4?
3. Yeah, it depends on whether or not he wanted to rehearse something new or not.
Yeah.
But usually around 4, and we'd sound check, doing like an hour sound check,
Yeah, just kind of go over whatever he wants to go
Mm-hmm.
over.
And then dinner.
and then dinner. And for us, we start getting our war paint on because it's
Yeah.
a process to do the hair, the
Of
makeup,
course,
and
yeah.
the layers and the lashes. The layers and the lashes
Yes.
and the lipstick.
Oh, I
Yeah.
know all about it.
Yes, you do, Tig.
I
You
know
do.
so much. Know
You've
all
been a
about
permanent fixture in every dressing room for
So
as
you
long
know.
as I can
You know.
remember. Yes, and when our layers of nylons and shorts and bras and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff, so that
it. Uh huh.
yeah.
So who does he have for personnel? Like, as far as, do you have a wardrobe person? That's
Yes, we
just
do.
a wardrobe person.
Yes,
Yeah, I figured
Julie.
probably.
Julie Sola, she's
And I noticed
an
you-
angel.
I noticed that you guys are in like many different outfits. Like you don't.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
We usually have about three quick changes during the show.
Oh, really? During the show too?
Yeah, during the
okay.
show, and
And Rod picks all those.
yes, because
He
he does
does.
he does quick changes
Wow.
too, and he wants us to match his outfit.
Yeah.
You know,
So
the girls
before- yeah.
the girls need to be matching his outfit, which is usually the latest outfit that he's bought from Zara because Zara is his favorite
That's
store.
his favorite store.
Oh, he
It's
likes
either
Zara.
Zara,
Zara.
or what is the Versace?
Oh, yeah.
It's
Oh,
either,
yeah.
you know, like something. Yeah,
He actually sent us to
Uh,
Zara one day. He was like, go find something.
yeah.
Oh, for him, you mean, or for
For
us.
Oh,
us,
for you?
yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
really?
He loves Zara so much. And on stage, I was thinking, like, I'm surprised Zara is not, like, sponsoring.
Actually, we
him
need
by
to work
now.
on that. That needs to
All right,
happen.
Zara.
So,
Zara.
so does he actually physically walk into Zara?
Yes,
or-
he does.
He does.
Yeah,
He
he
does.
sure
He
does.
will. Or he'll send
Hey,
his
isn't that
wardrobe
Rod
lady.
Stewart?
Yes, we've been in
Yes.
Zara's with him.
With him.
Oh my God,
Or
that's
we'll,
hilarious.
So fun.
we'll be in a different city in a different country, and we'll go to Zara, and lo and behold, there
We'll
he
see him.
is. He's right
And
there.
he's
Oh,
there.
Just,
Hi,
like, wearing
sir.
them, like- but he loves it. He'll even say it on stage. He'll be like, do you like my Zara pants?
Oh my God,
Yeah,
that's
he
hilarious.
loves it. It's so fun.
Yeah.
But he'll go, like, before the show and figure out what he's wearing. And then he'll go and pick out our wardrobe with Julie. Mm-hmm. So that we're all matching.
Yeah, and then he'll finalize the set list, and we'll be getting ready, and he'll be sending out the set list to everybody. Everybody will get their set list, and that's when we figure out when we'll change our outfits and what we're changing into. And
Right.
yeah.
Okay, so how long is the show? Long, about an hour and a half?
No, it's
or-
about 2 hours.
Oh, it is. Huh?
When
Wow.
we're touring, it's 2 hours. In Vegas, it's 90 minutes because
Yeah.
there's, it's a casino,
Yeah,
so
of
they
course.
want people,
for them.
out and gambling as
And
soon
are
as
they
possible.
are they mostly all hits, or some of it he breaks up and
Some
just
are
does
covers.
what he wants to do?
Yes,
kind of
yeah.
a
Some
thing?
are covers.
Yeah.
Some he'll throw in maybe one or two songs off his latest album, and the rest are his hits.
Which he has so many.
He has so many. He could do a
There's-
different show.
Yeah.
Every,
Yeah,
every
every
night
night
for a
if he
week and
wanted
a
to.
half of completely different songs, all hits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome stuff.
Yeah.
And he lives in Los Angeles?
He lives all over the
Yeah,
place.
he's got a couple.
He's got a
couple places.
place in LA, a place in London, a place in South Palm Beach.
Yeah, East Coast somewhere.
France. Yeah, he can't stop moving around.
That's great.
Yeah.
So tell me about what you've got going on now that you're back in Vegas. What are you guys doing? I mean, once you are not touring, what are some of the things that you guys have got going on?
Oh, well, I have a huge project that I've been working on with my husband, CV, called Violin, and it's a DJ violin
Right.
group, and we are currently working on an even bigger form of ourselves where we have a third member, and there's choreography, there's video, it lasers, like all kinds of stuff. So we just did a
Cool.
video shoot on Sunday, and yeah, so we'll have.
Sounds awesome.
It's so cool. So
But are you doing so you're doing video shoots so that you can do I mean is this going to be kind of what's on the video screen
a
type
lot of the video
thing,
shoots
or-
we do put on the video screen. So a lot of the videos we do ourselves, and it's us on the screens as we're playing in front of ourselves.
Right,
You
right,
know,
yeah, that whole
and
thing.
also a lot of like music
Cool.
videos, but less so of that with this violin show. It's going to be more unique, all our content.
Cool.
So it's pretty cool.
And what kind of music are you guys doing?
You know what? It's all.
Like kind of genre-ish.
How would you
is it-
describe it, babe? Like EDM versions of everything.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, or
Okay.
Up tempo, open format. I guess would
Yeah.
be a good way of describing
Yep,
it.
yep.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
All remixed by us. So
Yeah.
they're
Yep.
All remix.
our remixes of other songs.
Yep.
Yeah.
And originals as well.
And
Yeah.
that's what's hip right now, you know. People
Yeah.
want that kind of thing. And They want it for corporate events. They want it for
Yeah,
for
it's a
everything,
big
you know?
party vibe, like really energy, like
Yeah.
super energetic.
Party vibe is what people want.
Yeah.
Man. You know, they don't want to hear Sweet Home Alabama and
Not unless it's got a really good like
Def Leppard,
Yeah.
and oh my God, and Don't Stop Believing and all that crap. People
Well,
don't
you
care
know,
about
we
that
After a
stuff
couple
anymore.
drinks, I'll
Yeah, we
I'll
still
sing
do
those.
play the classics, but they're definitely our remixes.
Yeah.
And, obviously there's the violin aspect, and we're doing singing as well.
Oh, cool.
And CB does his guitar stuff with it too. So we're kind of like an all-in-one DJ band type thing. But it's very cool. And we go with like a futuristic feel. Like we are aliens, and we're
Outfits and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Very like, you could say like Burning Man kind of style, like super cool.
So you keep it arty and keep it,
Yes, exactly.
not stale and
yeah,
dated and
and
all
we
that,
try
yeah.
to go opposite of like that classic Vegas girl in a fringe or sequin dress. We're trying
Right.
we're branching out from that.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Very cool. Katie, what are you up to?
I have a lipstick line, a lip gloss line that I've been
Oh
working
my
on for a little
God,
bit.
really?
Yeah, I debuted it in February. It's called Glam Sticks.
So how did you? I mean, are you sponsored by them or is it your
No.
own?
No,
Her
it's
own.
mine.
Oh,
I got to go
really?
in and make it myself, and
No way.
yeah,
Design the
Oh.
colors and the names and
It's
the
been really,
packaging.
it's been really
Super
fun to like.
cool.
It was just a really fun project that I just thought when I go to sing out in venues, some people come and say, "Hey, do you have a CD?" But I'm thinking like, when's the last time anybody has bought a CD?
Right.
And I can't remember, even as like a singer and musician myself, I can't remember the last time I bought a CD. So I'm thinking, well, I just wanted something that I'd be able to still have, but then they could still support me if they wanted to by purchasing this. Like, no, I don't have a CD, but I'll give you the song. But
Okay.
here's a lip gloss if you wanted it or something. And that way they always kind of have it on them. And I came up with 4 colors, and they were just very sparkly.
Is your picture
and-
on it?
No, I have a very Disney version of myself.
Okay.
Yeah, a really, really good friend of mine named James. He draws for Disney. And so I went to him, and James Mulligan, and I said, "Hey, do you mind Disneyifying? Is that I
like
made up
that.
a word. I was like,
I'd
"Can
say
you
Disneyfying.
Disneyify
Yeah.
me a
Yeah,
little
I
bit?"
know.
And like a couple days later, he came up with this image that I thought was so cute and so me. So that's what's on all the packaging. But it's Glam Sticks by Katie Dix.
Yep,
Oh,
sticks.
nice.
How did nobody have Glam Sticks? I don't know how I got so lucky.
You did get lucky. That's pretty good.
So I was like entering the domain. I was like, how does nobody have this?
So you were able to get the rights to the domain.
Yeah,
and
I was able to
trademark it.
Mm-hmm.
buy it and trademark it.
So
and
who manufactures it for you?
Well, there's a company in LA, and they actually do all of like Kylie Jenner's stuff too. So they do a bulk of a lot of other cosmetics
Yeah.
in LA. So they do all that. But you get to go in, and it's not like I sat there and tested and actually made it. But you get to go in and say, hey, I want the coloring to be like this, or
Right,
I want this is
right.
how much glitter I want in this, and I don't want
type
it
of
as
glitter.
I
and
don't
then-
want it as sticky. I want it to be this way, and it was really fun for me to get to kind of go in and put on the boss hat and get to do
It's
that a
all
little
about
bit.
the lips, isn't it?
I think so.
Oh yes.
Yeah, that's
I
awesome.
think so. So that's been just a really fun project I've been working on, and
Oh,
then
that's-
just more music stuff. I like going in the studio and recording.
Yeah, yeah. Are
That's
you
always
working
fun.
on any original stuff? Because you do a lot of original stuff, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I've
who-
got one. I just need to. It's ready to go. I just need to get in and do it.
Who do you write with usually?
I've been doing a lot of it myself, but I do like going to Nashville and kind of popping in on some of their writing sessions.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I feel like I have a really good idea, and then I'll go to those writing sessions, and I'm like, oh, this is crap. Because these writers are so great.
Are so good.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
so
then
good.
it just the way they can just like twist stuff, and I'm like, man, that was so clever.
Oh, Callie had to work tonight. I so wish you two could have got together
I would
because
love to. I'd love to meet her.
oh, you would love her. Yeah, right, Dom? Yeah, she's great, and she's all into writing original music and songwriting sessions and all of that kind of stuff. So
It's
yeah.
fun. My husband, he did ask, he's like, why do you write songs that are so mean all the time? Because usually, like, something has to happen, and then I'll be like, like, yeah, that's, so,
Well, and if you have like any kind of country background or country-esque style music, it's always a woman burning a house down with the guy
Yeah,
still in it, or something.
it's always a woman scored. I know my husband's
Yeah.
looking at me like,
Dead at the end of every song.
Exactly.
you wanna
What
tell
is it?
me?
I took a Louisville Slugger to both headlights.
I know, they're very violent.
Kerosene, like I'm gonna light this house on fire.
Yeah, the last one I put out was about a promiscuous woman, so I know my husband's starting to look at me funny. Like, so he did like a couple months ago. He came into and I was in there writing. And he said, "Well, why don't you write a song about me?" He's like, "You never write anything about me." And I said, "Okay." And I said, "Well, I said, give me a minute." So I left the room and I've got like a little keyboard and I went and I kind of fiddled on a little bit and I came back and I wrote a song called "Make Me a Sandwich."
Oh my
And
God,
he
that's
has never
hilarious.
asked me to write him anything ever again.
Oh,
He didn't.
my.
That's
he
the
didn't care.
greatest story.
Yeah, he didn't.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
It should have been "Make Me a Sandwich, Wash the Dishes," but yeah, I came up with "Make Me a Sandwich," and he's never asked me. Ever
Never
again.
asked again,
No.
huh?
That's
No.
the name of your next album, dedicated to him.
"Make Me a Sandwich" by Katie Dix.
Oh,
Oh my
no,
God.
babe.
So when you write, do you play guitar? Do you play keyboards? What's your
No, I'm terrible at both. But I can sit in front of like a keyboard and kind of
Yep.
punch my way through it for the most part,
Yep.
and then I'll get with my guitar friend and I just kind of give him the notes
Yep.
that I kind of charted for him, and I'm like, make this sound pretty.
Yeah.
That's kind of
course.
like, make this sound good.
Fill it up with some chords.
Make
Yep.
this sound like actual music.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're doing some stuff with Bella still.
Every once in a while we'll have a little veteran reunion type thing. I'm gonna be doing a gig in October at Epcot, which
Yep.
I've done this gig once before and it's super fun. I just love it.
Yeah, I've done that gig before
Yes,
too. Yeah.
I just love that.
Never been. That sounds so fun.
Oh my gosh, it's so fun. And we get, we get to go around the actual Epcot Center. So on my breaks, my friends and I always get in and like try to see as many countries as possible before we have to come back and do the next set. So we're just, run out, see all the countries we can, come back, do another set, run out. And then at the end, they do all of the fireworks stuff and we end right at that time. So I kind of sneak off and I watch the fireworks and then I come back,
Fun.
That's going to be my plan for this time.
Remember when me, you, and Ashley went to? Was Carissa with us too? When we
No,
went to,
are you talking about
when
Florida?
we did Harry Potter?
Oh yeah, Florida. Yes, Harry Potter. Yes,
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Remember we stood in line for like an hour and a half just to go on.
Oh
that
yeah,
one ride?
because it had just opened at Universal Studios in Florida, in Orlando, and we were determined, and it was worth it.
Is it the same one that's in Hollywood? Is it the same Harry Potter ride?
Probably. I would guess it's probably similar.
I'm guessing yes, but
Oh my God,
They
it-
definitely, and you go through the Dementors.
Yeah. Well,
you go
no,
to the
you're on.
Quidditch match?
You're on the You're in a Quidditch match.
Yes.
Yes.
time?
Yes. And you're.
This was right
flying
at
through
when
the
it
air.
first opened,
Okay.
so they've definitely added a lot
Okay.
of stuff. I know that for sure.
Yeah.
I think we all tried out butterbeer,
So good.
which was probably very fattening, but it's all good. It was
Yeah.
in the spirit of Harry Potter.
I know, right?
Yeah, I really want to check out the Star Wars spot
Oh yeah,
in California.
that would be
and-
cool.
Yeah, because I'm a big nerd, so it's all
Yes.
good.
Fun
I
stuff.
think they're opening a new ride in like January.
I think you're right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I want to wait till the new ride is there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you guys are done with the actual Coliseum section when?
October 5th.
October
Okay.
5th
That's
is
our
our
last-
last one at the
And
Coliseum.
then no touring after that for a while? Or?
Halfway through November, we go back to the UK.
Oh, really?
And
So
we
come
do,
back
yeah,
out.
we do about a month and a
Oh,
Yeah.
week in the UK
oh, what?
for all the Christmas stuff, you know.
Which I'm so excited about.
Oh,
yeah.
so you're doing all the Christmas.
Well, I don't know if he'll
okay.
add any Christmas songs. I will request them, and we'll see if he actually does them.
But I've never been to London during Christmas,
Oh,
and I've
yeah.
just been hearing everybody I've talked to, like we
The
talked about this so much
UK.
last night. I guess they just really outdo us with the Christmas.
The
Oh,
UK
they do,
does
huh?
Christmas. Europe and the UK, they do Christmas so beautifully with all the Christmas markets outside, with all the
Yeah.
vendors, and you get your,
What fun.
your glue vine that you sip on, and you walk around and look at all
Love
the
it.
shops, and then there's rides. It's really cool. It makes the spirit of Christmas so much more
Yeah.
fun, you know.
And you'll be
Can't
there
wait.
in like November through Christmas time?
Yeah. So, and they do it, they don't have Thanksgiving, so they're celebrating it halfway through November. So we'll be able to go to Belfast and check it out. And we'll be going, Dublin.
How
and
much fun.
Yeah, Scotland, and we'll be London and all different kinds of places.
Oh
So.
my God. And he's just so huge over there, isn't he?
Oh my goodness, yes.
Is it more so over there than he is in the States, or is it kind of...
it's
Both?
both. It depends on what area. Definitely in the UK, he is loved and adored, and it's full house, and it's just...
Yeah.
And the Scottish, they definitely know how to celebrate a Rod Stewart concert. You can hear them singing the lyrics louder than the music coming in through your in-ears.
They're actually in our ears.
Like you
Are
can
you
hear
serious?
them like it's so loud when you hear like 40,000 people singing the lyrics to a song, and it's like louder than the sound system. It's amazing.
Oh my God.
It's such a big thing.
Especially like a song like Maggie May. Everybody knows
Yes.
every word of that
Oh,
song.
yeah.
So it's like, I'm sure they sing the whole verse for him if
they
he wanted
they will,
him to.
and he'll let them, and we're just like we'll just be on stage like wow, or just it's so cool.
There's been
awesome.
a couple times where like he'll kind of because the stage will kind of be pretty close, so they're able to he's able to reach out to him a little bit. And this was one of my first shows with him, but he like reached out and touched this woman's hand, and she bawled. Like she
just started crying?
She's half singing, she's half just crying the whole time. And so I'm like in the corner, and so I started to tear up. I was like,
Oh.
because it was
Yeah.
like such a sweet.
Yeah.
Because he was just he was so impactful for this woman's life, and it was just I'm over here like
You're like keep
trying
it together.
to hold it together. It
Keep
was just such a
together.
sweet moment. I loved it.
There's definitely a lot of emotional moments on stage for sure.
Yeah.
Especially with the different songs. Different songs kind of impact different people. We do a song
sure.
called Georgie. So if you know about that one, it's about a friend of the Faces back in the 70s who was gay. He's homosexual, and he was murdered.
Oh,
And
wow.
for me, that's very impactful because my uncle last year, who was also gay and a kind of a big figure in St. Louis for that, he was murdered last year.
Oh,
and so
wow.
every time we do Georgie now, and I sing on Georgie, so every time I would get like teary-eyed and I dedicate it to my Uncle Johnny. So...
Wow.
I'm surprised I haven't slipped up and said Johnny instead of Georgie on stage. Now that I'm jinxing myself.
Now I'm gonna listen for it.
Yeah, right?
Cool. And so he's just got so many classic songs. It's
Oh my
insane.
goodness. All the Faces songs,
Yeah.
and that's just one era, and then all the stuff that he did back in the 80s that, we kind of like was the start of us hearing his
Growing
stuff.
up on it,
Growing up
Yeah.
on the.
Now, how familiar were you? Well, you were probably pretty familiar with all his music, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you,
Well, I sang a lot of it because I was singing
Yeah.
at Mastro's
yeah.
Steakhouse for like 6-7 years. So I would get tons of requests for Rod Stewart.
Oh,
So,
so
I mean,
you
I-
did like a lot of request type stuff
Yeah.
at Mastro's.
Yeah, we had like a list of stuff that we sang, but then we'd always kind of welcome request
Yeah.
all the time. I mean, we try to do everything.
And who did you, just a piano player?
Yeah,
Or-
just a piano
yeah.
player myself, and we had tracks
Yep.
because tracks are great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because tracks are great. It was very helpful.
Who needs a whole band?
It was very helpful in a little space. But yeah, like we'd always welcome all requests all the time.
What was your number one requested Rod Stewart song?
Oh, have I told you lately?
Is that right?
People on dates, like
Really?
they
Have
would-
I Told You?
or anniversaries. Mm-hmm. They loved that one.
I feel like that was probably one of the most played one at my house when I was growing up, for sure.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah. And Maggie May, of course.
Maggie, Forever Young.
Forever Young.
Forever Young.
Young,
He doesn't do
young,
it very
young
much.
Is it called Young Turks?
Young Turks.
First
Yeah.
cut.
I
is-
still like Stay With Me. He doesn't.
Oh, I love
he
Stay
doesn't-
With Me.
He doesn't
Oh, yeah.
do it enough. I
Oh, he
think.
doesn't?
I don't
We
think
do.
so. I
We
love
used-
it.
Last year we did it a lot more. This year we haven't done it as much.
Yeah,
but he does, Hot Legs and a lot of other songs.
That's a Faces.
Classics.
That's a Faces song. Stay with me, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's an awesome song.
That song.
Yeah.
Dave, what's your favorite Rod Stewart song?
Maggie May.
Maggie May.
Or Young Turks. Actually, I really
Young
like
Turks is
that
great.
song. I love that song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Have you seen the show?
No. Am I going to get to see the show?
I don't know. We might
I
have
don't.
to.
Are you
work
guys
that
able
out.
able to
you
to get me a comp?
I think
possibly?
we could get you a comp.
Really?
Yeah, just to give us a day. Yeah.
How exciting! That would be awesome. Oh, I
Yeah,
would.
It's a
love
great
to
show.
go
Yeah, it's
see
a
it.
great show. You'll actually get to see us in action.
Yeah, I want to. I mean, I looked at a couple YouTube things just before you guys came over, just to make sure I kind of had
Study
some
up.
idea. Well, just to have some idea what this show was all about. But
Yeah, it's changed a lot this year. He totally redesigned the show for this last.
he,
tour.
I gotta say, it's got to be. He's in his 70s and he's sang his whole entire life. And his voice holds up pretty good. I mean, for the most part.
Absolutely.
Well, he's very. He warms up every day, and he warms down too.
Really?
And he.
We hear because we can hear him warm up because a lot of times our dressing rooms were kind of like nearby, and he warms up for a good like 45.
Yeah, like a
45
half hour to
45
45 minutes.
Really?
Before
So he's
every
very
show.
serious about it, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he won't sing unless he's warmed up. And
Wow.
he takes care of himself, obviously. He works
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
And
And he's how old is he actually?
he's 74.
He's 74.
Yeah.
That's
But
like
he doesn't
going on
act like
80,
it.
man.
You wouldn't.
You would have
you wouldn't-
no idea.
You wouldn't know.
Unbelievable. Like he looks like he's like 60 or something.
Yeah, and he's definitely got the energy level of a 30-year-old. So,
Wow. And he doesn't really party too much or anything like
oh,
that.
I mean, he loves hanging out with the band. So
Yeah.
usually after every show, especially if it was a spot where he wasn't just flying straight home right after the show,
Yeah.
he'll hang out with the band and have drinks,
drinks
and
Yeah.
talk about the show and joke around. By
And
the
new
end-
ideas, and
Yeah,
that's where like a lot of the new ideas.
Yeah,
came.
that's where we shoot around a lot of the
Really? Huh?
ideas.
We
Is
would
like
have a-
after the
Wow,
show.
Yeah,
that's
we'd have
cool.
a couple drinks, and he's like, you know what sounds good, and everybody would kind of chime in. And
So
like,
there's
that's a great idea.
how many people in the band?
There's 12 people in the band,
And you
him.
all hang out and just
Yeah,
talk
6
about whatever,
guys,
huh?
6
Yeah.
girls in the band. Yeah, and yeah, it's a big family. He's like the patriarch. So
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah.
So you probably didn't know what to expect, Katie, when you first came in, but I mean, it sounds like you just love it and that you love being in it and doing it, and it's just a blast.
I hate calling it a
Right.
job because like
Yeah.
I feel like I should be like
You feel guilty for taking a paycheck?
yes, like yeah, kind of, because I like my husband like kind of has a hard job,
Yeah.
and sometimes he goes to work and sometimes he won't even come home till like 7:30, 8 o'clock. And I was on stage for 2 hours. I mean, I know there's like a lot more build up before
Yeah.
we get on stage, but
And the travel
and
takes
the
a
travel,
toll for sure.
That's what I feel like I get paid for is like that. The travel.
Yeah, of course.
Because
Of
when you
course.
get on
Yeah.
stage, it's playtime.
yeah.
It's
exactly.
full
For sure.
playtime.
Yeah. Yeah. And seeing that many people out there at these big concerts and festivals and
Oh,
whatever.
yeah.
Wow.
The first time
Was-
was terrifying.
Oh, yeah. But you've had a
The first
ton of
time.
experience singing for people in Vegas
Oh, sure.
for years, but
Just
I mean,
not that many people in like one.
right.
Because the first time I had to tap was in
Oh.
front of like 50,000 people, and I was like, well, we're doing it.
Yeah. You know.
Do they actually set up microphones like
Yes.
around your tapping area?
Yes. They have
It's like a
boards
whole
that
thing.
they bring out, and they have mics that they plug in.
Not on mine.
But she is doing a tap. She
Maybe
is like,
next tour,
I was
huh?
like, just in case, don't put it on mine.
But she is
Don't mind
tapping.
my
She's
board.
doing all the moves and everything. It's just that the other 2 girls are experienced
Oh, yeah.
dancers. They're
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they've been dancing for
they're
very,
musical
They're trained.
they're musical theater girls, so they're
Oh,
very
okay.
very trained.
Okay. Was it hard to learn all your harmony parts? Was that difficult for you at all, or was it?
That I feel like that learning process was pretty easy.
Yeah.
Our musical director had kind of sent me all the music, and it was
So
a
did
lot
you-
of music at once.
So
but-
so you read music? You read vocal?
no, he sent me over
Oh,
like a lot of live versions of the show,
Mm-hmm.
and then the vocal parts would be like panned to the left,
Okay.
so that they were just louder,
Yeah.
and then that way I could go in and see and hear what the previous singer was singing, and then
Right.
I could pick it out of that, and then I just kind of make notes on my paperwork and stuff.
Cool. So do they have a guy that does Pro Tools and
Kevin does
all of that kind of
does that
stuff?
stuff.
Our
Yeah.
R&D.
Yeah.
Okay, so he
Who's
does
the
all of that.
keyboardist, but he is also Rod's writing partner for decades.
wow.
He wrote Forever Young.
Yeah, he's
He's written a bunch of stuff.
Oh,
with
wow.
him.
yeah. So Kevin's like the real deal, and I always forget because he's so humble and so cool. And it's like,
Yeah.
wait a minute, you're the guy who
Wow.
wrote a lot of this stuff.
Yeah.
Actually, a lot of the guys have helped write a lot of the stuff and have collaborated with other really famous musicians.
Sure.
And we're just like in a band of legends.
Really, huh? There,
See, not
I'm sure.
intimidating at all. You see?
No, not at all. I can only imagine. Oh my goodness. Well, that's great. I'm glad to hear you guys are doing all that. That's so cool.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, thanks for coming and doing this.
Thanks for
Thank
having
you.
us.
Yeah.
This is
And
super exciting. I'm glad to see you again after a little while.
I know. Oh, we didn't get a chance to tell any old Bella stories. Maybe next time. Huh?
Maybe next time. Maybe we'll leave those tidbits for next time.
Or maybe those don't belong on camera. I'm not sure.
you
You know.
know, maybe.
They have to bleep a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, we might have to bleep a few things.
You
but
know,
anyway.
that's I don't know if I want everybody knowing all of the ins and outs of the Bella world. You know?
No, but we've had some fun times traveling.
Yes,
for sure.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's
so-
always about making memories.
Absolutely.
know?
And the same way with this. I mean, I'm
Yes,
sure you guys are just,
exactly.
you know, yeah, it's awesome. All right. Well, everybody, we're signing off. Thanks for watching. Katie Dix, Adrianna Thurber, or is it Adrianna Shaw now?
It's kind of both.
Oh, it's kind of both.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Anyway, we'll see you later and see you next time.